What's up, guys? It's Attack on Samurai, and here is another Wi-Fi battle for you guys. This is Wi-Fi battle number 71, and this is against Juliusz. So this battle happened probably like early September, so it's been a while. And stuff. Actually, no, I think it was like mid-September. It was like near the end of September, somewhere around then. So that's actually pretty recent, or somewhat recent. But anyways, Juliusz has a very threatening team. He's got Resolute Form Keldeo, Mega Manetric, Bisharp, Breloom, Latios, and Landers T. Well, I had the team that I've had for a while now, which is Braces the Entei, Instigator the Crobat, Happy, the Sylveon, Cross Marion the Metagross, Zygarde, and Big the Mega Slowbro. So yeah, again this battle did happen a while ago, so I don't remember all the plays I made. But yeah, again, it has been a while since I have, recorded an actual Wi-Fi battle for my 3DS. So mainly because, the OBA was taking up some of that time. So now that the OBA is pretty much over. Well, this week is actually championship week. It's actually the championship match. So whoever battles then is pretty much, the person who wins season 3. So yeah, unfortunately it wasn't us, because we prepped pretty horribly. But anyways, let's just pass that and let's just get into this. So yeah, let's get into this battle in 3, 2, 1. I can't even press the play button for some reason. Okay, I'll just press A, and then yeah, there you go. That makes things a lot easier. So he starts off, well, actually no, I start off with Braces, my Entei. Since I felt like that was the best lead against his team. He starts off with Landorus T. So he's going to intimidate my Braces. I don't really want that to happen. So, and also I don't want to take an Earthquake. So I had to switch out Braces to scout what he was going to do, if he was going to go Earthquake or something like that. So I went into Instigator to scout for. He actually goes for the Stealth Rock right here. So smart play on his part, forcing me out so that way he can get up his free rocks. I go for a U-turn. See what kind of Landorus this is, if he's Rocky Helmet or if he's just offensive. He's not Rocky Helmet because I don't see any Rocky Helmet damage. But anyways, I switch. I bring in Big, my Slowbro, which can definitely force out the Landorus. I do take some Stealth Rock damage though, plus the Stone Edge, but Stone Edge doesn't really hurt me that much. He goes for the U-turn. He switches up his move, so that told me that he wasn't choiced in any way. So he switches out. I think he brings in Mega Manetric. No, he actually brings in Keldeo. So he brings in Keldeo right here, as I actually go for a Thunder Wave, making a prediction because I knew he was going to switch out. So good thing I made that play and went for the Thunder Wave, because that really mattered later on in the game. So I switch out because I want to get my Regenerator health back. So now Keldeo is paralyzed, which is very, very good. So I bring in Happy, my Sylveon, which actually really messes his team up a lot. So he has like no switch in for Sylveon actually. So Sylveon is the most prominent and most and the biggest threat to his team. So he's gonna switch out because he doesn't want to take a Hyper Voice. He's gonna bring in Landorus to take it. I actually go for the Hyper Voice because again, that's like literally the best thing I do. So I just spam Hyper Voice pretty much the entire game, or a majority of the game. So that Hyper Voice does a lot to him. So pretty much Landorus is forced to go for an attack. He goes for a Stone Edge. Stone Edge does a lot, but it doesn't take out Happy. Happy's able to live it. I go for the Hyper Voice, and Landorus drops. So that's one Mon gone. So I think he actually brings in Bisharp right here, since that's his only switch right now. I think he does bring it actually. No, he actually goes into Latios. Now, I don't understand why he brought in Latios. I guess maybe I guess that kind of makes sense since it can force me out with a Side Shock or whatever. But pretty much right here, now I bring in Cross Marion, who can definitely eat a hit from Latios if it had HP Fire or whatever. But he goes for the Side Shock. Side Shock does literally nothing to Metagross. It also reveals, he also reveals that his Latios is Life Orb, so he's going to continuously take damage and stuff. So he brings in Bisharp. I actually go for the Ice Punch. I guess he made that prediction, or he predicted a Steel type move or whatever, or a Psychic type move, or something like that. But Ice Punch does a lot. I got a crit as well. I switch out Cross Marion. He actually goes for the Pursuit on the switch in. So smart play on his part for doing that. he manages to take out my Metagross, which was wasn't really a big deal, but did slow me down a little bit. So I bring in Zygarde, since Zygarde was pretty much like my best switching right here. So I believe he actually just goes Sucker Punch. Okay, no, he actually switches out, and I think he goes back into Latios, predicting an Earthquake. Yeah, he goes back into Latios, predicting the Earthquake. I actually go for a Dragon Dance on the switch in, because I had a feeling he was going to predict me to go for an Earthquake. So I bring in Zygarde. So Zygarde's able to set up a D-Dance. I go for an Outrage, and pretty much Latios drops right here. So that's huge. I actually didn't really have to fear like Outrage, confusing me, because I do have a Lumberry, so I was fine. I go for an Outrage again. I'm locked in Outrage, so I go for another one, and it takes out Keldeo. So Keldeo is gone. Again, I don't really have to worry about getting confused. So I go Outrage again, and I believe it takes out the Bisharp. Yeah, it actually does take out the Bisharp with a crit. I'm pretty sure that the crit did matter, I believe. But anyways, I do get the 3-turn Outrage. I get confused, but then I'm able to break out of the confusion with my Lumberry. So now he brings in Breloom. I go for an Extreme Speed because I knew he was going to try and go for a Spore or whatever, just in case he was like Choice Scarf or something like that. He goes Mach Punch. Mach Punch does a lot, actually, because he's Life Orb boosted and such. I go for another Extreme Speed, and there goes Breloom. So Breloom drops. So now he brings in, I believe, the Mega Manectric, I think. Oh yeah, he does bring in the Mega Manectric right here. So Mega Manectric comes in, he Mega Evolves, and I believe he just goes for HP. Well, actually, he can't outspeed because I'm faster than him because of the D-Dance. So I go Earthquake, even at -1, since I'll be at neutral, still takes out the Mega Manectric. So Mega Manectric drops. All he has left is, I forgot. Oh, never mind. It's just over. Well, that was fast. I forgot. Zygarde did sweep this team. I actually thought it was Sylveon that swept it, but regardless, he didn't really have much of an answer to my Sylveon besides Bisharp. So pretty much, once some of his mons had went down that were actually kind of a threat to Zygarde, then pretty much it was just like free. It was just pretty much Zygarde was just made to sweep the team. But I actually had to go Extreme Speed there because, again, I was expecting him to be like Choice Scarfed or something, or I just wanted to get off that Extreme Speed because I knew he was going to go Mach Punch or something. But in reality, I was actually fearing the Spore, but luckily he actually went for Mach Punch instead of going for the Spore right there. Instead of going for the Spore on that turn. But that was pretty much like the only thing I was fearing. But regardless, good game, Juliusz. That was a fun one. Very quick one too. Pretty much a sweep. So, well, not really a sweep. It wasn't a 6-0 sweep, but because Metagross had went down. But still, good game. And I will see you guys in the next Wi-Fi battle. Take care.